So first question is the introduction.
Right now, I'm a fundraiser for Deze, Direct Social Communications at Brussels, and I raise funds through direct mail for all kinds of NGOs. I studied pedagogy, educational sciences, and afterwards I also had a master in general management.
Okay, that's good. Second question. So you went to Guatemala. Maybe you can tell us more about your daily life in Guatemala. So what you did there all day.
So not professionally, you say?
No, not professional.
Okay. Well, I was there with my husband, and during the weekends, well, we tried to travel as much as possible and really get to know Guatemala, well, the country. And beside that, the weekends were really, how would I say that? Like relax. And during the week, I was very occupied or busy with my job.
Okay, third question is more the professional daily life.
I worked for Ecofiltro. That's a social business that produces and sells water filters. In fact, in Guatemala, 1 out of every 20 children dies before the age of 5 because they lack access to clean water. And that's why Ecofiltro really wants to make sure that every person in Guatemala gets or buys an Ecofiltro. What I did, I was responsible to set up a program so that people in the rural areas could buy the filter through microfinancing. And I had a team of 10 sales representatives that really lived in these rural areas.
Maybe some differences with Belgian companies?
I was the only foreigner in the company, so it was really a Guatemalan business. So on a daily basis, I worked with all Guatemala people. As the main difference, I would say, I tried to paint a nicer picture of what they were doing. It was really hard to make them say how the real business was going on. It was always very good and no problems. So that's one of the main differences. And besides that, they're also the Guatemalan people are a little bit more laid back. If I compare it with Belgian company culture.
Okay, and maybe the adopting abroad, did you have a culture shock, or did you think about some things they did there about why did they do this?
For me, the culture shock was mainly when I traveled to the rural areas of Guatemala, because they're extremely poor and they drink from the rivers and they get sick. So the difference was very big with the Belgian culture. And what was your second question?
The culture shock. Did you thought about something they did there? Thought, wow, why do they do this like this? Or they should better do it other ways?
Some companies, they work very inefficient, and everything they do is basically manually because the people are not that expensive.
It costs a lot to hire someone to do.
Yeah, exactly.
Then I had a question here. If you would do it again, if someone asked, do you want to go for a year to Guatemala or some other country to do that?
I wouldn't do it again, but I'm very happy that I did it. But the main reason we got back was because we really missed our friends and family here. It was a great opportunity to work abroad for a year and a half, and I would really recommend it to everybody to do it. I'm satisfied with the how do you say, with the traveling.
Okay.
You know?
And the last question is, if I would do it or somebody you know, do you have any tips about working abroad or even Guatemala itself?
To work together with people from the country itself. So not if you work in a city where you have a lot of other expats, that it's really important to not just get involved with international people, but also with the local people, because you really get to know the culture.